Hello everyone, Omnify here, and there's breaking news in the NBA yet again. I don't understand it at all, but Jaylen Brown and Paul George have been traded. Obviously, Jaylen Brown's the better player, I think all time and at the moment as well, because he's in his prime. Paul George is, he had joined the league in 2009, so he's pretty up there in his career. He has a couple of years left, I'd say. But these days, the longevity, you still have LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, who are still able to play at an all-star level, and LeBron's already in his early 40s, and Curry and Durant are getting up there in age, like a couple years away, and then even the both of them are gonna be at at the age. Even the both of them are gonna be 40 years old. But Jaylen Brown is a player in his prime. He arguably had his best season in this past NBA season because especially because Tatum was out of the majority of the season as he was recovering from his Achilles injury that he had suffered in the 2025 NBA playoffs against the Knicks. So Jaylen Brown had to shoulder a greater load of offense and overall everything, offense and defense and all that, and he was able to keep the Celtics afloat as the second seed in the East. Yeah, but yeah, I don't understand the trade at all. To trade Jaylen Brown to the 76ers and get Paul George and some picks in return. So as I said, Paul George is towards the end of his career. Tatum, he's also in his prime. However, he is going to be entering his 10th NBA season, I believe. And so if the Celtics have like a couple of the draft picks as well in this trade, it's just like, okay, like, are these draft picks, are they going to be good enough? Are they going to progress quickly enough to a point where they're able to win a championship as Tatum's in his prime? Then also Paul George, he is known to be in the playoffs, he really is not a winner. I mean, early on in his career on the Pacers, yeah, he could play, but he had to go up against the Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and Paul George. He was a good player, but it's like, other than his Indiana days, he hasn't had a lot of success in the playoffs. Honestly, ever since his injury in 2014, he had a leg injury in a exhibition game of Team USA. Prior to they had the tournament, it was a FIBA that year, and it was like an exhibition game, 2014, of like Team Blue against the white team against the blue team or something, and in European, the basketball, I guess the stand of the hoop at that time, like over a decade ago, it was closer to the court, and I never have seen the video because injuries and where like a bone breaks and it's like obvious it breaks, it's like it just irks me out. Like it just irks me out. So I never have seen the injury video, but I heard what happened. Right, like it was a fast break or something, and I think he had gone for like a dunk or something like that, or a layup or like dunk, and then he injured his leg on the on the board where uh, of the structure in where it holds everything all together, like the backboard and the hoop and all that, right? Like it's the structure. So he got hurt, unfortunately, and yeah. So I don't see how it like how it helps how this trade helps the Boston Celtics at this time. I mean, in the future, yeah, perhaps. Who knows, right? Like if they imagine if they do have a draft pick who's a good draft pick who's able to progress how like Paul George progressed early on in his career on the Pacers, you know, like and becomes an all star and all that. Who knows? Who knows, right? But I don't know. And then on the other hand, you have the Sixers. They haven't had a lot of playoff success either. Joel Embiid, his motto is trust the process. Yeah, well, the only process and where it's been happening is to lose in the second round because he's a former MVP in 2023. He was the MVP of the league, but he still has never won or has never been able to advance to the Eastern Conference to the finals. And Jaylen Brown is a Finals MVP. 2024. It was the Celtics against the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic were on that Mavericks team, and the Celtics were able to advance. And Jaylen Brown had won the Finals MVP. A lot of people argue, oh, it's because the defense of the Mavericks had their focus on Tatum. He was the primary. He was the focus. So Jaylen Brown had easier looks on offense, and that might be the case. I don't know, or I mean, it's up for a debate, right? You know, like who's the better player? Like, is it Curry or is it Durant, right? Like as they played on the Warriors together, or like is it Tatum or is it Brown? Is it Shaq or is it Kobe, right? So yeah, but I don't see Joel Embiid as a winner because I don't know if even with the addition of Jaylen Brown, and the Sixers now have been upgraded, at least in the immediate future, they have gave away a lot of picks, but I don't see how Embiid he keeps getting hurt. He keeps getting hurt and hurt and hurt. And it isn't even like the major injuries. It's like it could be his elbow or it could be his shoulder or it could be like you know, it's just like small things here and there, like how Anthony Davis he gets injured. So I just if that happens and it could happen, I don't see how. Like I still even with all these moves in the East, you have Giannis on the Heat now. You have this trade in between Paul George and Jaylen Brown. So a few things have shaken up, but I still see the Knicks, the New York. I see the Knicks as the favorites. You know, I mean, it'll be competitive and all that, but I see them as the best team. But again, ever since 2019, we've had a new champion every single year, right? Yeah, and then also Kawhi Leonard on the Raptors now, right? He's on the Raptors, and if Scotty Barnes improves and if he progresses, he was like a first-time All-Star in this past season. So if he makes the next jump and under Kawhi Leonard's, you know, his leadership, so all these trades have been happening, a lot of shakeup, and we still have to keep in mind there is one domino that is left to fall still, and that is LeBron James. He is a free agent, so he doesn't even have to be traded like in return for assets. He's able to sign with any team as long as they agree on the on the salary and all that. But yeah, he can join any team, and heck, he might even come back to the East as well. like, who knows? He might end up on the Cavs as like as a last run. The Heat. A lot of talk is, oh, he'll go on the Warriors, but again, I don't see how him and Curry are able, like, at at this age, the both of them, right? And Curry, he gets hurt sometimes, But I don't see how a duo of LeBron and Curry, who are on the older side now, are able to win a championship. I don't see how it's gonna happen. Because if LeBron and Doncic, who is in his prime, MVP caliber player, they aren't on the level of like a OKC or Spurs, I don't see it. Yeah, and then other small trades are Tobias Harris. He's on the Spurs, so yeah, he can play. He's always he's a player who can score and all that. His defense, he can do it all. He is not an all-star, but he's a good player to have on your team. He's a role player who is like is a borderline, like he could be an all-star or something. So yeah, I think he is a good pickup to have on the Spurs. Obviously, if like Kawhi Leonard went to the Spurs, like that would have been crazy. So yeah, you got that, and then you have Tim Hardaway Jr., who has joined the Heat, and yeah, I think it's a good pickup as well because the Heat, obviously, we all know, are loaded in their front court, Adebayo and Giannis, right? So they need to now try to add more of pieces on the other positions, right? Like playmaking and all that, and the shooting and all that. So yeah, it looks cool, and again, I'm excited to see how the season plays out. I can't wait until it starts. I know it's a couple months away, like October and all that, but yeah, October, and yeah, at the moment we have the World Cup is going on. Yeah, they have the FIFA, the World Cup, and we got Argentina, Portugal, Team USA. The elimination rounds in the World Cup are always a big deal, all around the world. So it's some good stuff there, yeah. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, have a good one.